What's up everybody, Jay here again with another video, and today I want to talk about the Alt mechanical keyboard from Drop. I want to talk about what I like about this keyboard, what I don't like about this keyboard, and whether or not you should or shouldn't cop one of these bad boys to add to your gaming rig. Okay, sorry, a very quick plug. If you're new here, please click the subscribe button and hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. It really helps the stream out. I do want to improve the quality of the videos for people to enjoy. And if you really liked it, click the bell icon so you get the bat signal on your phone whenever I put out a new content. All right, so back to what you came here for. Chances are that if you're watching this video, you're curious about this keyboard, you're starting to figure out how deep the rabbit hole goes for custom mechs, and if you're like me, you really like to do your research before you invest your hard-earned money into something expensive in a new hobby. I started off my custom mech journey last November, which was about 10 months ago at the time of this video, and I'm barely even starting to scratch the surface of this hobby. So today, I'm hoping to provide you guys with a video to either help you make the decision on purchasing one of these keyboards or to save your money and go with something else. So at the time of this video, you can actually go to drop.com and purchase one of these keyboards in the low profile version for $180 plus tax. And if you want the high profile version, you're looking at $230 plus tax. In my opinion, the high profile version looks better, so if I only had the option to choose between these two types of keyboards, I'd definitely pay the extra $50 for the high profile version. All of the Alt variants do come with per key RGB lighting on the PCBs, so if you're into the RGB thing and you like your keyboard setup to be nice and lit up, this is definitely going to satisfy that urge. Now before we start with the likes and dislikes section of this video, please do realize that these are my preferences and my preferences might not match up with those of others or yours, so just keep that in mind. So what do I like about this board? Well, you can return it for free within the USA. No, seriously, it says it right here on the website. Free returns within the USA. Okay, no, for real, there are a couple of things I like about this keyboard. The enclosure is built out of aluminum, which gives it this nice sturdy feel to it, and if you're like me, anything that I buy that's aluminum usually tends to be of pretty good quality. It sure beats any of those cheap plastic feeling keyboards that you usually get out of big box stores. The Drop Alt is equipped with the hot-swap PCB, which means you're not tied down to a specific mechanical switch, which is very nice if you're trying to figure out what typing experience you enjoy the most. A lot of hot-swap keyboards come with Kailh hot-swap sockets, which are kind of notorious for popping off if you insert a switch incorrectly, but the Drop Alt actually comes with Kaiwa hot-swap sockets, and from what I've experienced, they're pretty sturdy and don't tend to pop out if you were to accidentally insert a switch the wrong way. Full disclosure, if you're brand new, you're probably going to bend a few pins. It's totally fine, everybody's done it, but over time, once you learn how to actually insert the switches into the PCB, you'll be totally fine. The RGB is also pretty nice. The LEDs get pretty bright and you can choose from a variety of different colors and patterns. I tend to leave the RGB off just because I'm kind of over the RGB thing, but if you like the shiny color lights, this will definitely be for you. This keyboard is also compatible with QMK Configurator, which is a very nice touch because it allows you to really fine tune your key maps and your macros. And that's it. Those are the things that I like about it. Now let's talk about the things I don't like. For one, the PCB only supports 3-pin switches, which means that if you do happen to purchase any of the aftermarket switches that have 5 pins, you're gonna have to go ahead and clip off the extra 2 plastic pins that come from the factory. Now, this is kind of a pain in the butt because if you're planning to do 60 plus switches, it's gonna take some time to do this all, but if you have a pair of narrow clippers or some snippets in about 10 minutes or so, you can pretty much knock it out very quickly. Plate mount stabilizers were another downside of this keyboard. Plate mount stabilizers are very notorious for rattling. You do want to go ahead and take these out, clip them and lube them in order to fix the issue, but I much prefer PCB mount stabilizers if I were to choose. Another minor thing I don't like about this keyboard is that it's not VIA compatible. VIA is really changing the game with how easy it is to customize your keyboard. You can do everything from changing your RGB settings, to changing your keybinds, to changing your macros, whatever you want. VIA makes it super user-friendly and noob-friendly. And finally, the main thing that I don't like about this keyboard is the design of the case itself. I'm a big fan of aluminum cases, but the way they designed this keyboard was just very bad in terms of acoustics. If you're just getting into the custom key game and all you're trying to do is figure out what typing experience you enjoy the most, this keyboard might be okay for you, but I am more worried about acoustics at this point because I know what typing experience I like, and this keyboard just does not sound great whenever I'm looking for that nice thuckiness that you hear about. This keyboard has a very metallic and tin-like sound, is what I would kind of call it. And I did try to add some shelf liner in between the PCB and the bottom case, but it doesn't seem to make it any better. It actually felt like it made it even worse. I've read articles of putting some type of dampening material in between the plate and the PCB, but that's just too much work. I felt like it was enough modding that I've done already to try to put the dampening material between the PCB and the bottom case and then the stabs. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth my time, especially for the amount of money that I paid for the keyboard. Overall, if I had to choose again, I'd probably pass on this keyboard just for the simple fact that you're paying around $230 for, albeit a nice looking keyboard, but the design just wasn't there for me. The sound was off. The integrated plate design is just not my favorite. And the 3-pin support, it's a pain in the butt to have to clip all the pins off. It's enough that I have to lube switches, but then I gotta clip the 2 extra plastic pieces off. I gotta mod the stabs. I gotta do all that stuff. I mean, it's just no thank you. I, for one, like to invest my money in the right things when I'm getting into a new hobby. So hopefully this information helped you make a decision on whether or not you want to go ahead and add this to your gaming rig. I do honestly feel like there are better options out there for your money. However, if all you're looking for is just a hot swap keyboard that allows you to test out different switches to figure out what typing experience you enjoy, this is probably not a bad choice. I mean, you're looking at $180 for a keyboard that comes with switches and keycaps. You can probably pick up the bare bones versions for a little bit less. I don't know how much those cost off the top of my head, but this isn't a terrible starting board. I just feel like there are better options out there. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.